Testing. What is up, everybody? What is going on? Happy, whatever day it is. What is it? Wednesday? Thursday. I think it's Thursday, I've been saying. All right, so we're going to talk about the Packers schedule release. All right, big shot. All right, they got merch coming out soon. It's not out yet. But when Quick Trip Summer merch comes out, be sure to check it out. I know I'll get me some pieces, you know what I mean? But all right, so I'm trying to actually find a schedule. I'm a little bit behind, doing some other stuff. But what is up, everyone? Let me check out these comments. What is up, Joe? How you doing tonight? All right, so the Packers schedule, it's been leaked all day, which I think is a weird thing because they have this like whole thing where like they're gonna do a show. They're like, yo, we got the NFL schedule release, and they're all pumped up. They're having a good time with it. But then the whole day they leak it and think people are still gonna watch their show. But even though still I'm live right now, so I guess I think the same thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, the whole thing is weird because I don't care about the whole schedule release like as a whole like let me mute my phone. I got my but like I think just put it out there. Just tell us, what days do I got to put vacation days in? You know what I mean? But we are starting 1-0. What is up, Tim? How you doing today? All right, so let me find this thing. Let me find a schedule because I'm gonna do a little. Oh crap! I screwed up, bro. Hit the wrong button. I'm gonna find. All right, where are we over here? I'm trying to find the schedule over here, but on the Packers.com. Okay, here we go. I think we got it. I think we're in. I think we're in, people. All right, here we go. We are in. All right, so let's get at this. So what we're gonna do? I'm gonna throw the games up there. We're gonna talk about it. I'll throw some comments on the screen. We'll have a good time with it. All right. This is not a podcast. It's more just a live, just chit chatting with the good old people here on the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch land. You know what I mean? Your name and cell number is on the wall in the Quit Your bathroom stall. James, you are funny. And I should have actually known better to click on one of your comments, but that was actually pretty more sterile than most of the stuff that you say to me. You know what I mean? But all right, let's check out on John over here. He says Bears are going to destroy the Packers week 1. It's a funny thing. You know what I mean? It's a funny comment. The Bears won 3 games last year. Bears fans have never been more confident in their life. I've never seen a more confident 3-win team who they didn't get a new quarterback. They didn't get like all these new things. They're just like, nope, we're just going to get better for no reason. So, but that is Bears fans for you. You know what I mean? That is Bear fans. What is up, Daniel? How you doing today? All right, so I'm going to try this screen share thing. All right. And we're going to make sure I share the right screen. You know what I mean? How does this work over here? Let's see if I did it right. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Can you guys see that good? I don't even know. Looks like crap on my thing, but I can never tell. But let me know. And but anyways, week 1 versus the Bears, Packers Bears. What is this? I can't even see like what I'm looking at over here. So this is going to be at Chicago, all right, on September 10th. over there at 3:30. I think the Packers win that game. I don't think very highly of the Bears. You know, and I'm not gonna go through every game and be like, I think they'll win this game. I think they'll lose this game. You know what I mean? But let's go through and see what we got. And like I say, hammer the comments. Let me know. Packers winning this game. I think so. I think I think it's a good week one game. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'd like to get right out the gate, let Bears fans know that the pack ain't nothing's changing, bro. Like, just because Aaron Rodgers left, don't think that things are changing. Don't act like the Packers are just like lost that little pack attack. You know what I mean? Packers are still in it. The Packers still own the Bears. All right, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. So yeah, I think the Packers actually sweep the Bears this year. I think the Bears are gonna be trash. I think they'll be last in the division. You know what I mean? It looks like 17-0 to me, bud. I like it. Uh, Most importantly, what games is your radar to attend? Like, I don't really plan to go to games. It just kind of happens, like, throughout the year. It just kind of happens. Like, I would like to go to Jordan Love's first start. I think that'd be a good game to go to. I don't even know when that is yet. Let's find out, people. I actually haven't really looked at the schedule. Like, I posted it earlier, so I kind of looked at it a little bit. All right, so week 2, we are at Atlanta, and I heard a lot of people talk about that the Packers are on the road for a bit. You know, their first home game isn't until I don't know when, but they got 2 away games here for sure. Matt, we will need to bet on those games. Name your price. $9 million, bro. $9 million. I went to Jordan Love's first start in Kansas City. It was sick nasty. You know what I mean? I want to be Jordan Love's first official start, like when he's the starter for the Packers. Look at John says deal, dude. I'm about to make me $9 million, bro. Things are about to change in my life. That's all I'm saying. All right, we got a deal over here for $9 million. The Packers beat the Bears. All right, if they lose, you know what I mean. Maybe I'll just delete the account. I don't know. But 11-6 this year. I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't look at the schedule that good enough for sure. Hang on, let me get a drink of beer here. I'm having me a spotted cow tonight. You know what I mean? We are having a good time here. Let's get to week 3 over here. So, but the Falcons is a very winnable game. All right, that's what I'm saying. We're playing in Atlanta. Actually, I don't even know a lot about the Falcons. I just know that they suck, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into all analytics because I'm not gonna break it down for you. The Packers are gonna beat the Bears. The Packers are gonna beat Atlanta. All right, it's 2-0. That's all I'm saying. New Orleans Saints is next on the old radar. All right. New Orleans Saints. I think they made some changes this year. I ain't gonna lie. I don't follow much in the offseason. I catch up, when it when it matters. But the Saints ain't a real scary team either. I think the Packers can go 3-0 on this thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not saying they will. This is not a prediction. This is me. Had a few beers. We're gonna talk about these games a little bit, but I don't think either of these first 3 teams are really that scary. Like, I don't think anyone's scared of any of these teams. And this is at home, so this is the first home game for the Packers. All right, so you know what I mean. Hey, Kevin, let's go to the Packers Saints game. Watch Jordan Love's first home game as the official Packers starter. His first start as the actual starter. I think that'd be a good game to go to. You know what I mean? I don't even know what this comment means, but I'm putting it up here. New Orleans 6-pack 85. I'm not sure I know what that means, but I know it's legendary. You know what I mean? Here we go. You got Matt, serious. You and I need to take a Bears-Packers game. It would be fun. Hey, I'm down, bro. I'm down. You know what I mean? Packer-Bear games like hit different. Like I think I've only been to one, but I was like behind the glass, so I really didn't get the whole vibe. I went with someone, but his girlfriend like twisted her ankle or whatever, so I was there by myself. But I was behind the glass, and I was alone. It was kind of cool because I was right by where like they sold the beer bathroom right over here, so it was a good time. I was alone, but Packer Bear game like in the bowl, I think is something that definitely have to do. I think I might have done another one. I don't remember, but I don't think so. You know what I mean? Uh, Chicago seasonal, but yeah, that would be good too. Like let's say Bears game. At Lambeau, they're different. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, we are 3-2 at the bye. All right, let's get back to the schedule. All right, I get kind of distracted here. So now I say, okay, and then you got the Lions, and I think the Lions. All right, I showed a lot of respect for the Lions last season. I don't think they let Jamal Williams go. I'm not really impressed with the Lions. I think they got a coach, but how far can that take you? How far can that, like, new coach, like everyone's excited, we're going to change the culture, you know what I mean? All that stuff. How far does that take you to when you're actually playing football games in like year two? Does some of that wear off? They lost. I'm not sure that they gained a whole bunch. I think the Lions are going to be contenders. I think they're going to be a tough team to play. I think that they're always going to play hard. I think they have a great coach for that. But I just don't know that they're going to be that team. I think the NFC North is wide open. And the Lions are one of those teams. I think the only team that's not in contention for the North is the Bears, bro. It's the Bears. I think the Bears are not in contention. It's going to be, I don't know what the Vikings are going to be because the Vikings are so all over the place. You never know with the Vikings. They could start out 6-0. They could start out 0-6. Nobody knows. We're gonna find out that, you know what I mean. And then we got Las Vegas. Oh, I don't want to show the next one, bro. Slow it down there, Billy. All right. So we're gonna now we got the Raiders. All right, Devontae Adams, bro. Jair Alexander, bro. I'm telling you, that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be lit. Devontae Adams, is that a home or away game? Let me look here. That is at Las Vegas. Oh, yeah, because I saw a lot of comments earlier when I posted the schedule, the leak over there. A lot of people saying they're going to Vegas. I think that's going to be a great game. I don't know what the Raiders are going to do this year. I think isn't Jimmy Garoppolo their quarterback now? I think so. I absolutely love the way that this schedule matches up. We got an early bye week. A lot of people, and we'll get to that. I shouldn't jump ahead. But we got an early bye week. A lot of people are saying that they don't like that. But I think for a young offensive team, I think that might be good. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never been in a locker room in my life. You know what I mean? What the hell do I know? But all right. So the Raiders, I think that's an interesting team. I don't know a lot about. They got Devontae Adams. I think they got Jimmy G over there now. They I think it'll be interesting to see Devontae Adams squared up against Jair Alexander, and I'd like to see Jair Alexander actually be able to play to his, like what he is, like the defensive scheme. I'm not in love with it. Like they play, off. It's like 3rd and 1, and they're playing off. Like I don't like that. Let Jair Alexander get in someone's face hole. You know what I mean? Get up in his face hole. I want Jair Alexander and the whole defense, dude, aggressiveness. Get in their face. So you beat me like that, old Dion thing. I want you right here, bro. But that's what I want. Because Jair Alexander, dude, I love him. I love this dude. He's got the best swagger. Dude's always happy. I posted a video on my story on Instagram. I shared one from NFL Films. He's talking about the moon. Like, it's during a game. He's like, look at the moon, bro. And, like, the moon is all, like, lit up, and it's all, like, a perfect moon. And he's just fun. He's got that swagger. Like, I think he's as good as any corner. And I'd like to see them let him do his thing. Don't hold him back. Don't have him playing this crap zone or whatever. I'm not no, like, film buff. I'm not going to act like it. But I want to see that matchup. Jair Alexander, Devontae Adams. Oh, it's going to be beautiful, bro. Do you think that they're going to let Alexander, like, one-on-one with Devontae? Are they going to, like, are they going to show respect and be like, all right, we got Jair, but we still going to have to go ahead, W. I wonder how they do that. I would assume it depends, like, how that season's going, what the defense is doing, how they're doing it. It'll be interesting, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's keep her moving. All right, so I think that's going to be a tough game. I do think that the Packers and Raiders, as they sit right now, as my thought is right now, a couple spotted cows deep, I think it's a pretty even match. So, like, we'll see where it goes. Let me take a sip of this thing. All right. Now we move on to week 7. Denver Broncos, bro. I ain't gonna tell. I hate the freaking Broncos. You know what? I hated the Broncos like, since I was a teenager, right? Hated the Broncos, like, Super Bowl 32. That wore on me for about 10, 15 years. Then I let it slide. Hang on. What's going on? My wife's up right here. Is it official with 5 primetime games, Remich? It is. It's official. I mean, it's far. I didn't get to all the games yet because I just started screen sharing off this thing, and we're sliding through this thing. But I'm pretty sure that schedule that I posted that was the leak that was real. But and that's the thing. Like we'll get into that after like we get through the schedule. But like the Packers with 5 primetime games and a Thanksgiving game is wild. Because like I thought they'd have some primetime games because the Packers are still the Packers. People talking about with no Aaron Rodgers, like nobody cares. Like no, that's not what it is. Packers are the most beloved team on earth. People talking about the Cowboys are America's team. The Packers are Earth's team. You know what I mean? Packers are Earth's team. Earth is hard to say when plural. You know what I mean? Earth's. You know what I mean? That's a tough one. That's a little tongue twister right here. All right, let's see. Let's check out Ron over here talking to my wife. He says, yes, unless they get flexed out later in the year, the Monday night and Thursday night one looks set. Yeah, and that's the thing, though, with flexing. The Packers are in 5 pride night games, but they could get flexed out if things go sideways. Or, if the Packers are in contention and at the end and it gets wild, like there could be some flexing there. Like I would assume the Packers aren't getting flexed out. I think that they'll play good enough not to lose their spots, but I'm not sure they'll gain other spots. Like I don't know, but it's so hard to tell. Anyways, back to the Broncos. All right, because now I'm just getting caught up in these comments. I hate the Broncos, bro. Let me tell you why I hate the Broncos so much. All right, let me take this off here because I want everyone to see me when I'm saying this. All right. Let me take that comment off here, too. Let me tell you why I hate the Broncos. All right, first of all, Super Bowl 32, wasn't impressed. Wasn't a fan of that game. So I hated the Broncos for a while there, like 10, 15 years. I let it slide. And then, like, when this whole Aaron Rodgers stuff first started happening, when people were talking about, Aaron Rodgers is, wants out and all this, Adam Schefter stuff and whatever. Let me turn this camera. I don't like it. I feel like you're not seeing Chris Farley enough, you know what I mean? But, and then, so Bronco fans started coming at me. So then I was like, all right, I hate Broncos again. That's official. Official like a referee's whistle, you know what I mean? As Snoop Dogg would once said. But, and it really didn't go away because Bronco fans are unsufferable. But then they went ahead and they traded for Russell Wilson. Didn't work out. Russell Wilson failed miserably. Made me very happy. And I actually don't hate Russell Wilson. I think he's a good dude. Went to Wisconsin. We got the, you know what I mean? Everyone knows what I'm talking about here. The Seahawks. Inner touchdown, as they called it, or a lot of other things. But I still let that slide. But then he went to the Broncos and he sucked. So like I was very happy for the Bronco fans. You know what I mean? All right. So let's keep her moving. All right. I get distracted, people. I get distracted. All right. So the Broncos suck. I hate them. I think the Packers will be there. But I do think Russell Wilson is going to have a bounce back year because I feel like Russell Wilson is too good to like let that, he's just not going to fall off, and that's just what it is. I feel like he's going to get better. I don't know what the Broncos did to help him. I wasn't really paying attention to the Broncos in this offseason because I don't care about them and they're irrelevant to me. But, we're skipping ahead of ourselves. All right, then we got the Minnesota Vikings over here. All right, so let's talk about the Vikings. All right, we got to bring this back up. Let people know what I'm talking about. So we got the Vikings up next. What is that? Week 10? Is that week 10? Let me check on this right here. No, that's week 8. Week 8, Minnesota Vikings. This is this is at Lambeau. Okay, so the first time the Packers play the Vikings is going to be week 8 at Lambeau Field. All right, the Vikings are a team, right, that they are like they could be good or bad at any moment. Like every 10 years, I always say, they have themselves a season. They have a little playoff run. Sometimes they lose like the first playoff game. Like last year, they didn't win a playoff game, but they still chatty. You know what I mean? They're still like, you know what I mean? So the Vikings, I feel like they already had their like moment and they like let it blow by. So I don't think the Vikings are gonna do anything this year. I think the Vikings suck. I don't think they're very good. And but this division is so wide open. I think that they'll be in it. But the Vikings are not going to do anything miraculous this year. They're not going to win 11, 12, 13 games. That's not going to happen for the Vikings. I think the Vikings are a very beatable team. You know, the whole thing with like the Packers is like we know what the defense is going to be. What the defense should be. You know, a lot of people talking about Coach Barry and like not fans of him, you know what I mean? And I don't like a lot of the schemes. Some of the stuff he does is a real head scratcher. But the offense, the Packers offense is going to be like, what are they going to do? Like, how are they going to be? How are they going to start? Is Jordan Love going to start hot? And when I say hot, I don't mean like, 4 touchdowns a game and 400 yards. But is he going to start like, 2 touchdowns, an interception, 370? You know what I mean? Like, is he gonna like? I want to say 370 is kind of high too. That's pretty baller. But like, all Jordan Love has to do for the Packers to be good, because I feel like this defense is set up in a way that the Packers can be successful. Jordan Love just can't make mistakes. He just don't throw interceptions. Take the sack, throw it out of bounds, whatever you gotta do. Don't throw interceptions. Don't fumble the ball on sacks and like do all this stuff. He's going to make mistakes. Jordan Love's going to make mistakes. Not even Jordan Love, but he's got rookie wide receivers he's throwing to. So Jordan Love is going to be throwing to young guys. Young tight ends are going to be on the field. Like mistakes are going to happen. That's why like this season, not a rebuild at all. Not a rebuild. All right. I posted this video. Me and Ryan were talking about this from Packernet Podcast. It's not a rebuild, because when you rebuild, like Ryan made the perfect video. I should have saved it on here so I could put it up. But he's like, if you build a house and I say rebuild it, that doesn't mean like fix the door fixture and change out the windows or whatever. It means knock that thing down. The Packers ain't knocking nothing down. This is not a rebuild. A little bit of a reload, a little bit more than a reload, because we have a new quarterback, and that's the most important position in all of sports. And so like, yeah, like we'll see what happens. I forgot what I was talking about, but let's keep it moving. The Vikings suck. And I think is what I was trying to get at. You know what I mean? The Vikings suck. And I think the Packers win that game. It's going to be at Lambeau Field. I'm probably going to be at that game. It's a noon game. I'm probably going to try to get there. I think I might have to get at that game. And then week 9, this is Sunday, during the day at noon. And the Rams, all right. I think the Rams are an interesting one. I don't really care about the Rams all that much. Either way, like I don't really have a lot of opinions about it. But what's up, Phil? He said Vikings don't even know if they will keep Cook on the team. It's a questionable mess here in Minnesota. See, Phil is our on-the-spot reporter in Minnesota. He lives in Minnesota, and he's my guy. You know what I mean? He has all the lowdown. He'll watch my game streams while at a Vikings game. It's a beautiful thing. It's hilarious. It's awesome. But yeah, like I don't think the Vikings know what they're doing. You know what I mean? All right, but onto the Rams. I don't really have a lot to say about the Rams. I think the Packers can definitely win that game. I don't think the Rams are a team you're necessarily scared of. They went all in a couple years ago and they got that thing, and they just sometimes when you go all in, you got to sacrifice a few things. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. Let's move on past the Rams over here. So that's week 9. Let's see what we got in week 10 over here, people. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. This is at Pittsburgh. This is a tough one. I think anytime, I don't care what the records are, when you play in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh is a special place, much like Lambeau Field. And like I even say Soldier Field. I know a lot of people I hate the Bears. I'll trash Bears all day, but I think Soldier Field is special. And I know it's a crap hole, and like they're trying to move and they're trying to like rebuild. Like this stadium sucks, but I care about history, and the Bears obviously have the history, but the Steelers are going to be a tough team. I think they're a relatively young team too. Big Ben obviously retired a couple years ago. They're trying to get this thing turned around, but I think the Steelers are always going to be tough to play at home. I don't think anyone's walking into Pittsburgh saying that this is going to be a cakewalk or whatever. Yeah, let me see my wife over here, chime. Used to love the Steelers to Super 45. Their fans are awful. All right, so my wife was at the Super Bowl 45. My wife is at that thing, right? I'm not gonna get into details how she got there. It didn't break me, but whatever. Uh, but she had Steeler fans because she was cheering and yelling and screaming. She had Steeler fans behind her trying to tell her to sit down. Big burly dudes that were like screaming at my wife, just sit down, even though her team was winning the Super Bowl. Like, dude, Steeler fans, which I think are great fans, but every fan base has some trashy ones, and she met the trashy ones that day, my friends. You know what I mean? But yeah, my wife did not bring me to the Super Bowl. My wife actually, when the Packers won the NFC Championship game, my wife was screaming, "We're going to the Super Bowl." And then she was like, "No, no, we're not. No, I am. You're not. You're not going." And because some friends took her or whatever, and so that happened to me. I thought I was going to Super Bowl for like 3.5 seconds, but it was good. I'm glad she went. She had a good time. Besides the Steelers fans that were trying to trash her. All right, so week 11, moving on. We got ourselves another noon game. A lot of noon games. All right, a lot of noon games. The Los Angeles Chargers. All right, Los Angeles Chargers. I feel like are one of those teams that like could go either way. They got a good young quarterback. They got Herbert over there. I don't really know. Like, I don't even know what their record was last year. I should have prepared more for this, but it doesn't matter. It's not a podcast. We're just talking, people. We're having a good time. You know what I mean? But I think the Chargers are. I don't know. I feel like the Chargers are going to be good this year. I feel like that's going to be a tough game. You know what I mean? I feel like that's going to be a good one. Where is that one? That one's at. No, that one's at Lambeau. All right. And that's, what is that, November 19th? Maybe we get some cold weather early for that one. Chargers, all warm. LA, all living it up. Surfer dude, bro. You know what I mean? And now they get a little chilly. Oh my God, we can't catch footballs no more. Maybe that happens. You know what I mean? No, but I think the Chargers, I'm not really sure what the Chargers are, but I got a gut feeling in this moment. You know what I mean? 6 or 7, 8 spotted cows in. I feel like the Chargers are going to have a good year. So, so what we got here? We got Justin says, I think 9-10 wins is our ceiling. That might be enough to win the division. It might be enough to win the division. And it might be. But, I will have a prediction, like, soon. I'm not going to do one tonight, like, who's going to, how many wins they're going to get. But then we play the Lions week 12 at Detroit. Okay, this is Thanksgiving. So the Packers have 5 primetime games and Thanksgiving. So while you're at Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? Sitting next to grandma. What's up, grandma? You got your aunt over here judging you. Why are you still single? Or maybe you're married. I don't know why your kid's so crazy. Now you got to deal with the Packers playing the Lions. I like Thanksgiving games. I do. And I like when the Packers play them. I'm usually not doing anything anyways. Doing the Thanksgiving thing. You know what I mean? You got to have some good football. But one thing I'll say is that I think the Lions should never, ever lose the Thanksgiving game. The Lions should be on Thanksgiving every single year. That's how it's always been, tradition. I don't care about the Cowboys. Take them off if you want. Screw them. But the Lions, I feel like they should always be on Thanksgiving. That's usually when they fire their coach. You know what I mean? So I feel like they don't take that from them. You know what I mean? That's their bar. If you still suck at Thanksgiving, we're firing you. You know what I mean? You could suck the whole year. Don't get beat while people are eating their turkey. You know what I mean? So that's what I think the Lions should keep their Thanksgiving game. But I think the Packers, it depends like how this division goes. But that game is going to mean something. That Packers-Lions game on Thanksgiving is going to mean something. I mean, both fan bases hope so. All right, so at week 13, we got ourselves Sunday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be an interesting one. I love this game. I hope Patrick Mahomes is healthy. And I hate saying that because I feel like that's the whole jinx thing. But I'm just saying because the last few times they tried to get the Chiefs and the Packers together, someone was always dinged up or whatever. But I think this would be a good one. Jordan Love. All right, we got... What week is this? This is week 13, right? So week 13, the Packers are going to know like what they got. They're probably going to be in a fight, for like as far as the NFC is concerned. And then then you got Patrick Mahomes, like the league, face of the league basically. And I feel like this is like that dude versus hopefully that dude. And I like that. I remember when Brett Favre, I think it was Brett Favre, when Eli Manning came in the league, they played each other. I remember David Carr back in the day when everyone was hopeful he was going to be a good quarterback against Brett Favre. And like these young quarterbacks meet like Aaron Rodgers and meet these great quarterbacks. I think it's cool. So like I think this game is going to be interesting. Just Jordan Love facing off with, one of the greats, Patrick Mahomes. And I think the Packers win by 30, bro. You know what I mean? No, I'm not making no prediction today. I'm not making no prediction today. Dude, I hope so, Kevin. You said you're going to be invited on the field again for Sunday Night Football. I think that was Thursday Night Football. I was on the field for Prime. I still have that, all right? Check this out. When I was on the field, Thursday Night Football, we got the change right here, bro. We got the change right here. Here we go. Dude, this night was epic. That Thursday Night Football, we had a bus there and two. We ended up detouring afterwards. We went to a bar, so we didn't get a ride home, but we were supposed to. But we ended up taking an Uber. But Thursday Night Football was lit, bro. That was probably one of the best football nights of my life. That probably was the best. Packers, whatever. Are you drunk already? I'm not drunk, but I had a couple. Hey, I had a rough day at work, bro. All right, let me live my life. You know what I mean? All right, so let's keep her moving here. Let's keep her moving. All right, so the Chiefs, that's gonna be a tough one. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go over here and just scream out we're gonna win that game, but I think that'll be a tough one. It'll be a tough one for them too. You know what I mean? And next we got the New York Giants. New York Giants, I think, probably one of the trashier teams in the league. All right, and we're playing at New York. All right, I think that'll be a good one. I think the Packers win that game. You know what I mean? I think they win that game. I don't think the Giants are too risky bisky for anyone. You know what I mean? So let's keep moving past that because I don't care about the Giants. As a matter of fact, hate them. All right, so we got the Bucks over here. I don't think that they even have a quarterback. Who is the quarterback for the Bucks? Giants were 9-7, huh? Are you serious? No, they couldn't have been 9-7. There's more games than that in the season. They added a game. Oh, Baker Mayfield, huh? Baker Mayfield is the quarterback of the Bucks. That's interesting. I actually like Baker Mayfield. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like he needs another shot. But I think the Packers could win that game easily. I think that one could go either way. I think they'll be similar. I don't know how the Bucks defense is, but I think that'll be a scrapper. You know what I mean? Two teams moving on from ancient quarterbacks. Not that the Bucks had Brady for long. They rented him. All right. But anyways, Giants beat Minnesota. Oh, yeah. Giants beat Minnesota in the playoffs, Philly. Yeah. So shout out to the Giants. All right, the Giants. All right, I take that back, Giants. I had a little brain fart. You know what I mean? I had a little brain fart. I had a couple beers in me. So the Giants made it to the playoffs and beat the Vikings. My memory is not good, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. But so the Giants will be a scrapper, too. If they made it to the playoffs last year, I can't imagine they got a lot worse. I mean, things change. That's the thing, like, with the whole schedule difficulty and all that, is that things change. Like, teams, like the Giants make the playoffs. Next year, they might win 3 games. Who knows? But teams that are supposed to be good are not good. Teams that are not good, the Panthers. Yeah, the Packers beat them. The Packers can definitely beat the Panthers. Yeah, you know what I mean? All right, okay, we got you. 9-7-1. All right. We got you. You know what I mean? Dude, old age, dude. My memory. It's not looking good, bud. You know what I mean? But the Panthers, they don't scare me. The Vikings again, like I think the Packers probably split with the Vikings. The Packers went at home, the Vikings went at home. I could see that type of situation. The Vikings are, they're a rival, I guess. I hate the freaking Vikings, bro. But they probably split in that situation. That's week 17. So week 18 is to be determined. Chicago Bears. They don't know when they're playing. I assume they know where they're playing. I assume in Chicago. I forget. That was way up there. But the Bears, I think the Packers sweep. I think the Packers sweep the Bears. The Bears do not scare me. The Bears, I think, are a trash team. They're a trash organization. Justin Fields, I think, is probably not a bad quarterback, but under the Bears' tutelage, I think he will be. When he leaves, he'll be good. But the Bears don't scare anyone. They just don't. You know what I mean? At Lambeau, maybe Saturday night, dude, that would be lit, bro. That would be lit. That would be definitely lit. All right, so I'm going to be starting a call-in show, right? I don't know if I'll be starting live call-ins. I was trying to go live call-ins, but I'm not sure that's going to work. I might just do voicemail, but I want to tell you this. If you are a subscriber on Facebook, I have a subscriber page. You get to be in a private group with me and all the other subscribers, and we could talk Packers and whatnot in a little smaller setting, private. And then also, everyone who is a subscriber on my Facebook will also have the opportunity to go live. We're going to go live. We're going to have like 3 or 4 people in this thing and me, and we'll talk Packers, and we'll do the whole thing. So every single person, if you are a subscriber on Facebook, just go in the group and just say, hey, because you're automatically in a group. And I want to get more active on that. I don't know how many subscribers I have. Not a ton. They're not real chatty. But, like, let's get that thing chatted up a little bit. You know what I mean? And we could start doing some stuff, having people on. Like I want to do a weekly thing where I have just random people on and just let them have their say throughout the season, throughout the off season, here on out. So if you're a subscriber on Facebook, you don't have to be. I might even grab people like who are top fans on Facebook and people who are real interactive on YouTube and wherever, and just let people have their little moment to say what they want to say and chit chat with me and make me look stupid. You know what I mean? But all right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. So I'm not gonna have a prediction, but like closer to the start of the season, I'll do the whole season prediction thing. I really don't like the season prediction thing. To me, it's kind of like grading a draft class. You really don't know yet. You know what I mean? We really don't know. It's very early, but I'm excited about this season. I'm excited about Jordan Love. I'm excited about this offense. This offense is gonna be the defense. I think is gonna be legit. Coach Barry, dude. Like, bro, man, you got the team. You got the players. Get this done. Get this done. Beers with Ramage, bro. That's what we're going to call it. Beers with Ramage. All subscribers on Facebook. I also have a Patreon. I don't really look at it too often. I don't think I have any Patreon members. But people who support me, I want to repay you. I want to thank you. And also, I like to just talk. I can talk football with anyone. That's the whole thing of my podcast is like the stuff I talk about on my podcast or my lives or whatever on my social media is the same thing I talk about people at work talking about the Packers. Like, ain't no different. I ain't no all-knowing. I'm no Andy Herman. I'm just a drunk guy with a microphone. You know what I mean? People happen to tune in and watch every now and again. But be sure to check out themattramage.com. Check out my website. We got merch, bro. We got merch. All right? And buy it. You know what I mean? I need beer money. All right, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. Go Pack Go. We are out this thing. Hang on, let's crank this music, though. Hang on. Look at this.